So good morning and welcome along. First ride test ever of this Lexmoto's flagship bike, the LSN. They also do another version, the LSZ, but this today is going to be the LSN test ride. 159 kilos, 13.7 horsepower, almost up to the legal limit on this, and 159 kilos. 15.5 litre tank, 6-speed box, inverted forks, ABS. What more could you ask for on a bike at the price this is going for? This is going to be an absolute game changer. Very, very easy. Water cooled machine. Just check out how easy it is to get in. Spark plug, oil filter. Check your water levels. Servicing on this is going to be an absolute blast. Absolute doddle compared to having to strip fairing panels or take tanks off to change spark plugs. So we're going to get out. We're going to give this one a test ride. Mirrors are nicely set up, and as always, mirrors on this. I've got literally a tiny part, literally this much of my shoulder in the mirror, so I've got a huge view of the road behind me and the vehicles behind me when I am riding. On the dash, miles an hour, gear indicator, fuel, rev counter, total mileage, everything you need. Very, very good controls on this, and it just screams MT. Lights, hazards, start button, and on the cross on the left you've got indicators, horn, main beam, dip beam, mode switch, and your pass light. 6-speed box, and follow on from the Viper, this has got radio built in. Bit of a faddy thing, so you can have a bit of music while you're riding. You can Bluetooth as well, and you've also got a USB under the seat, so if you wanted to have your own music on. The one thing I do like about something like this, not interested in having a radio on, but the Bluetooth. Sat nav put in my pocket, I can put my Google Maps up, have my directions coming out through the speakers rather than having to worry about having a headset on my crash helmet. So if you are using it for directions, you can Bluetooth, put your Google Maps up and listen to your directions through the speakers. So let's get it in gear and let's just see what it rides like. Now the first thing I normally do, holding it on the back brake, and let's just see how easy it is just to turn this bike at low speed. So I'm literally doing 3 miles an hour, just feathering the clutch and holding the bike on the back brake. Absolutely lovely. Low speed manoeuvring is very, very good on this. Nice clear reservoirs for your brakes so you can check your fluid levels. They have thought of everything on this bike, and it does sound good as well. For a 125 it does sound very, very throaty. Obviously it's not going to pick up very, very well off of my headset mic, but I can tell you it does sound very, very good. Now the one thing I did notice as soon as I got on this bike was how good your knees tuck under this tank. It's a great seating position on this. Mid-peg, bolt upright, arms just slightly down, I'd say about 4 inches down from the horizontal. But it is a lovely riding position. Once you get the air coming towards you, how easy it is to actually sit up and ride on this thing. And as I said, it does scream big brand bike. And it is very, very similar to another bike that is on the market, and obviously I'm not going to mention the brand, but if I say MT, everybody will know what I am talking about. It literally screams MT at you at half the price of what you would expect to buy one of the big brand bikes for. This bike is going to be an absolute game changer. What's it like? Now I'm on fresh rubbers. I've literally done 1 mile. I'm not going to be leaning it excessively, but it just corners where you want it to corner. Just throwing it about. This is very, very nice. Would I buy this? I normally don't pull any punches when I review a bike, but this is absolutely gorgeous. That display, it just sets it off. The riding position, the controls, everything is just so easy. Not a lover of that radio, but if you're using it for obviously sat nav or something, it would be ideal. Bluetooth a bit of music. Now obviously I use Cardo in my headset, so something like that, if you can't afford to buy yourself a decent helmet and a talkback system like a Cardo or a Senna, put your phone through that radio on the Bluetooth function, and it would be ideal for you to do directions to work if you're out and about and just wanted to do a ride and just use your Google Maps. That would be ideal. So very, very quirky, but a great idea, and it's obviously copied on from the old Venom and the Viper that had these. What's it like under the roundabout? Let's have a look. Goes through the corners, visor up, the usual obligatory. It sounds very good for a 125, and we're going to leave the visor up for a minute just to let you hear how throaty it is. And you can see I'm pushing it into the roundabouts, just throwing it into the corners, leaning it over quite a lot, but it's, look how easy and flickable it is at 160 kilos, 159 kilos on this bike, so it is light as a feather for a 125. Now the seat height on this is 800mm, so it is right between the LXS and the LXR. The LXS is 790, the LXR is 820. This is bang on 800, so an ideal seat height. If you're around about 5'8", you are going to fit on this bike and flat foot the bike. I'm 5'10", and I can flat foot down absolutely perfectly, and I've still got a bent leg. But with that big sprocket on the back, it really pulls through the gears quickly and gets you up to speed. Another great thing about it. But no problem getting the power on one of these. 13.7 horsepower on this. Rides like an absolute dream. But even chucking it through the low gears, which is what I'm trying to do, second and third gear pullaways, absolutely perfect. Once again, out into traffic, low speed handling. Now I'm going to do this from second gear now, just a little bit of clutch, let the clutch out, but even with that big sprocket on from second gear, I can get straight up to 30 mile an hour, fourth gear, 30 mile an hour, and I've still got 2 more gears to do. And the one thing about this, the top speed compared to the other bikes that Lexmoto are putting out, this is rated to do around about 69-70 mile an hour, and that's without pushing it. That is obviously their opinion of what they reckon it will do. I reckon it will go a lot faster once it's been run in. So quick ride and review of this. I absolutely love it. Let's do my scores. So what we say, the reach scores, rideability 10 out of 10. If I could give this thing 20 for rideability, it is so comfortable and easy to maneuver. It's the first bike I've actually enjoyed riding that is a 125, not just sit there and this is the dog's nuts, as they say. Absolutely love it. So 10 out of 10 for rideability. Economy, they reckon it will do at least a good 80 to 100 to the gallon. So economy, with the price of fuel at the moment, the economy is really good as well. Affordability, it's playing in the big boy market with the money, but if you're looking big brand bike, it is still at least £1,000 to £1,500 under some of those big brand 125 bikes. So affordability, yes, I'm going to give it a 10. Comfort, can't fault it. Knees tucked into the tank, nice mid riding position, absolutely lovely. So comfort, I'm going to give it a 10. Handling, what can you say? It may be a Lexmoto, but it handles like a big boy bike. It's very, very easy to just throw around, and if I could give this thing a massive rating, I would. Now, I don't normally pull punches on a bike. I would normally find fault with something, and I normally do, but there is nothing to find fault with apart from that radio, and that is a quirky thing. I'm not into having gadgets and gizmos on a bike while I'm riding, but if you're using it for a sat-nav, great idea, absolutely great, can't fault it. So that's the LSN. It rides like an absolute dream. This is the first, obviously, official ride test A few more to come up. Is available from Eclipse Motorcycles mk.co.uk. Comes in two colours. This is the grey, and I love this gunmetal grey. It looks absolutely beautiful, really sets the bike off. You can give the bike sales team a call, 822 458, if you wish to have a viewing or you wish to purchase one of these. As I say, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like, subscribe, and until the next time we are out riding, be well, ride safe, and as always, it's a big goodbye from me.